Now you got a guy that has never showered in his life, that has been slaughtering pigs, that lives in pig shit, still is a millionaire. What could go wrong with this?
Welcome, guys, to Talk Murder to Me, coming to you live from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, with your usual crew, along with our very, very special guest, one of our great Taco Supremos, Rebecca. Welcome,
Hi.
Rebecca.
Welcome.
Rebecca.
Taco Supremo in the house.
That's right. Cheers, everybody.
Yes, cheers.
Oh, that is straight
That
booze.
is,
Well, I'm going to be drunk tonight.
oh,
Yep.
my
that's
God.
I didn't even taste the booze. The bacon literally went right up my nose.
Yeah.
Oh, so if
Definitely
you say
saving it.
bacon in Jamaican, it sounds like beer can in British accent.
Do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate that.
Oh.
All right. How about a fun fact?
Did you not know we were going to ask you that? I feel like every show would ask that question.
That's like, okay, so that is the first question that, like, interviewers ask.
I know. We're in my bird watching room. Okay.
Oh, yeah, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. Rebecca used to live here.
Yeah, plot twist.
This used to be her childhood home, so she is returning back to her roots to record here with us tonight. How lucky are we? Rebecca works as a surgical tech at one of the local hospitals, so she has a vast knowledge about a lot of
Penises, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. I was gonna say, medicine, but yeah.
That as well.
Apparently nobody wants to win $100 to Amazon.com because we have not gotten any new reviews since we put that contest out.
That was on the second part of that show, so maybe we should announce it again. If you haven't listened and heard us say this, we are trying to get 100 5-star reviews, and the best review, we've got some really good ones so far. By the time we hit 100, we'll get some stickers from us and a $100 gift card to Amazon, which you can spend on anything you want.
Yeah, you can even buy another $100 Amazon.com gift card with it.
Oh, you actually have bongos.
Yeah, what did you think I was using?
A sound effect.
Sound effects. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It's so much better in person.
Yeah.
Shot.
All right. Tonight is brought to us by our special guest.
I apologize already.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, Windex. Nice. Ugh.
That burned my nose hairs.
Well, what was it? That was
I mean, it's a surprise. You gotta, guess, right?
Tasted kind of like the Fruit Loop vodka, ever so slightly.
Is it vodka?
It is vodka.
Wrong.
No?
No,
Is it
Ghost
the moon?
Rider.
Is it the moonshine?
Was it?
It's not the moonshine.
The moon. I kind of slurred on that
Jen
one.
feels good. All the basic girls around here, they wear this around Easter.
Smirnoff. What? Pink.
Seersucker.
Yes.
Oh, the gin.
Oh.
Yay, Nicole. Yay, Nicole. Seersucker.
Oh, that's not a
Smirnoff.
I don't know.
Where do you go?
He's talking about Mardi Gras.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, by the way, everyone, Taco Tuesday. This Taco Tuesday is Fat Tuesday.
I like it.
Rebecca, where are we going? Who are we killing?
I think it's like some kind of farm. Is it a pig slaughterhouse? Where do they have pig slaughterhouses? I don't know. I feel like Arkansas could slaughter some pigs. Yeah, Arkansas.
It's a good guess. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're killing the farmer's wife.
Jen, where are we going? Who are we killing?
I think that we are going to Nebraska, and that the murder victims are fed to piggies.
Oh, that is good.
Like on Silent, or was it not Silence of the Lambs? It's one of those where
Like if you pig, that's actually a way to get rid of bodies.
Oh,
that
yeah,
actually
it's in
happens.
the-
it's not Red Dragon.
It's in the last one.
Oh,
Is it Red Dragon? No.
No.
Yeah, it is Red Dragon.
No. It's the last one.
Where he feeds them
It's
to
called
pigs.
Hannibal. That's what
Hannibal,
yeah.
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 Because pigs do. If you
Yeah.
need to get rid of a body,
Pigs will eat you.
I'm telling you. I know some pigs down in
know
Cedar County.
No, some pig.
Hey, Jerry, can you take care of this body for me?
John
Thanks,
at
pal.
talkmurder.com. Nicole, WWG, WWK. Where are we going? Who we killing?
I think we're going to. I was going to say Texas, but you know what? I'm going to go. No, I'll say Texas. And I think the piggy has to do with police officers as a derogatory term.
I have a secondary guess.
You really want this podcast to get shut down.
That was really good.
I have a secondary guess.
What?
I think we're going to Los Angeles.
Wait, no. What secondary guess, Jen?
Jen,
And I was like,
We-
why are we...
shut this down,
we shut this
Jen.
down like 10 episodes ago. There's no secondary guesses.
You get one guess.
Where did you say? You said Texas.
I said Texas.
Oh, you said Arkansas.
I said Nebraska.
Okay, well,
I
that's where...
said Arkansas.
Well, whatever.
Okay, so I think that the police officer, there's a dirty cop, and he's the one that's actually a killer.
Ooh.
And I want to point out, if I was a cop, I would be super fucking dirty.
Like the Golden State Killer.
I would be
Yeah.
literally getting bribes from people and everything. I would be the dirtiest cop ever.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad that that's not your profession.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it.
Is that the words?
Oh, I'm singing Genovia from the Princess Diaries.
We've done that before, too.
All right.
Wow. So apparently we're going to Canada.
Wow, it's been a while. Das Boots, eh? Eh?
Don't ya know?
That's Minnesota.
Shit.
Okay, let's see if Canada can get it fucking right this time.
Doubt it.
The last Canada episode we did was this Chinese immigrant that came to Canada and literally beheaded someone on a Greyhound and is now walking free because he didn't know what he was doing. Even
was
though
not
he
in his
started
right mind.
eating the eyeballs and they found him with the human ear in his pocket.
Yeah.
He
Canada,
like took
good
the guy's
times.
head, went to the front of the bus and displayed it.
And then just chomped his ear off.
And he's free now.
Wow.
So for you guys,
guy.
that's actually not an
Really?
episode that's on iTunes. You have to be a Taco Supremo to hear that episode. Go to talkmurder.com/join.
Jen, what's the other episodes we've done?
Paul Bernardo,
Paul Bernard.
Yeah.
Bruce MacArthur.
Yeah.
you
Don't
were a
forget
child.
Colonel Williams, the Air Force
Oh yeah.
pilot that
That was one of my
flew-
favorites.
Yeah, the Pretty in Pink with Colonel Russell Williams. And I want to say before we get started, if you want to support our podcast, go to talkmurder.com, join. We got some brand new stickers in.
Yeah.
They're of serial killer, so you can collect your favorite serial killer. We've got a couple Bundys that are getting sent out. We got one John Wayne Gacy coming out.
Do you have any Dahmers?
We do have Dahmer,
Yes.
yeah. We'll give you a Dahmer. Is that who you want? Is a Dahmer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's like
They're
collecting
cool.
the Blanton's tops from the whiskey bottles.
Yeah.
Collecting serial killer heads.
Or like collecting the Welch's jelly jars that had the characters on them growing up.
Oh yeah.
Our Pogs.
No.
Go talkmurder.com/join, be part of our forum, get some cool ass stickers now. Our Supremos that are on there now get first dibs on the stickers. We have Ted Bundy, which are going fast. We have John Wayne Gacy. We have Richard Ramirez. We have
Night Stalker.
Edmund Kemper, excuse me. And we also have Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer. Up for grabs. Come
No
get them.
female serial
Talkmurder.com/join. Huh?
No females.
We also have some cool van stickers, logos, and you get a Supremo shirt. Plus, you get to get shouted out on the show. And this is your favorite show. Seriously. The reason I want to do this story, number one, it is a hometown murder for our Taco Supremo, Annie R.
Oh,
She requested this
Annie.
story.
Annie, you're from Canada?
She lives in Canada. I forgot about this.
Does she really?
Yeah,
Oh,
remember
yeah, she
when we
does
mailed
live
her
in Canada.
package? We were like, oh, damn, I didn't realize
Yeah.
she was up there.
So everyone in Canada knows this guy in particular. And I also thought it'd be a good fit for Rebecca since she loves blood and guts.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, so we are going to be talking about, and tell me if anyone has heard of this guy. He's a very good guy. Robert Willie Pickton. Well, his name is Robert Pickton, but they call him Willie. Oh, Willie.
No.
Nope.
He is a millionaire pig farmer
Oh,
turned serial killer,
well.
which can only be found in Canada, of course.
At least I knew Farmer.
We are going to be diving in the book called Butcher by Gary C. King. It's, to quote the book, to put it bluntly, Robert Pickton's vile acts of inhumanity made Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, look like a demented Boy Scout.
What?
Boy Scout.
All right, we're going to Vancouver. Nicole, can you tell me where Vancouver is?
Canada.
Thank you, Nicole. You're welcome. Our geography, third place geography winner.
Just so you
North.
know, not.
Northwest
Yep.
Canada.
I was just gonna say that.
Read my mind.
Oh, y'all are
This
like,
date is going so well.
y'all are like finishing each other's.
Sandwiches.
What the fuck?
She gets it.
Yeah.
This case, if you haven't listened to The Green River Runs Red with our friend Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, this whole thing was taking place around the same time as that. So you got the Green River Killer in Seattle, and then you got just right up the street, Robert Pickton doing literally the exact same shit. I'm going to call him Willie.
I'm gonna call it Winkers.
Or Uncle Willie. I'll call him Uncle
Willie.
You know, when you say Willie, I think of like the
Nelson.
not just Willie Nelson. I did think of Willie Nelson, but I also thought about the prospector, or like from Toy Story 2.
Oh.
The miner?
Yeah. He was bad.
Yeah, he was evil.
He was.
March 20th, 1999. Lynn Ellington. Lynn Ellington was a streetwalker, a.k.a. a hooker, in the low track of Vancouver's East Downtown, which I'm going to get into. She was with old Willie, Robert Pickton. That's what we're going to call him, Willie. He wanted to go have sexual intercourse with someone that night. So he tells Lynn, get in the truck. We're going to go down and find a girl so we can bring back to my pig farm. He was a pig farmer. So we can have some fun.
How old is he?
With Lynn?
No, Lynn was a prostitute there. So, all right, I'm going to get into this, but when I say prostitute, I also mean extreme heroin addicts and just complete dumpster level people.
I just want to say that prostitution is not always linked to heroin usage, but I'm not saying that it's not.
Okay, Jen,
Jen,
thanks.
yeah, thanks for the PSA about being nice to prostitutes.
Although there is a really bad opioid problem on Cape Cod.
There is.
But
When
I
I
was-
went to Boston. Sorry. Okay, sidetrack.
Okay, so Lynn Ellington, they get in Willie's truck and they're like, I'm going to go get me a girl. And they're smoking crack the whole way. They're like, yeah, smoking
Was it crack or heroin?
Crack. It's crack.
Crack
Crack.
cocaine.
They get down to the low track. So the low track, I'll get into this, but it's also called Skid Row.
I was going to say they also call
I didn't
they
go
also
there,
call
but
John's
okay.
Laundry Skid Row.
Because I got doo-doo stains on it. Is that right?
Oh my god.
Okay, they're smoking crack, fucking cocaine. They're going down to the East Downtown Vancouver. Now, they found a girl. Her name was Georgina Papin. She was a heroin addict. I'm talking about $500 a day habit. Jen, tell me right now, if you're smoking heroin and you need $500 of heroin a day, what would you do to get that? Rebecca, what would you do?
I would wash dishes.
And hope there's like heroin like caked on the dishes. $500.
No.
You gotta-
to make $500, I will make
You'd
an
wash-
honest dollar.
But every
I will
day they'll
get-
give you $500 for washing some dishes.
Hell yeah, they're really rich dishes.
Nicole, what would you do to make $500?
I mean, I don't think you can make $500 being a prostitute if you're really.
You have to be a damn good prostitute.
no. I mean, all right. You
Oh,
have to be
I
like
actually.
Julia Roberts
could you
style.
be like a stripper?
it depends on the tricks. Okay, so
feel
it's
like
like
stripping
$25 a handy.
Okay, so I mean, you could be a prostitute for Robert Kraft.
$25 for a handy, Jen. If you want something more,
$500 for the human centipede, right there.
Stop! Don't touch me there.
This is my no-no square.
Yes.
they find this beautiful girl named Georgina Papin. They get into the truck. They go way down. It's about 25 miles away to the pig farm. Now, Willie, Uncle Willie, owns a big old pig farm. They go through the gate of the pig farm and everything else, and they go to his little trailer. So he owns a huge pig farm, but then he lives in a like dilapidated trailer. Jen, would you go out with this man?
No. Oh my God, he looks like a meth head.
Oh my God, it's a sweater vest.
She's like, I'm like, ew, no. She's like, oh my God, it's sweater vest.
I mean, I feel like he's trying to look
That's
a
like-
little presentable, you know?
That is the most attractive picture that he has.
He brushed his hair. He combed his eyebrows. You can't really see the gap in his teeth.
They're driving back to the old pig farm. They get into his trailer. Now, Lynn is, I mean, they're like literally stumbling in the trailer. They got this other new prostitute, Georgina Papin. They're all smoking crack pipe in hand, stumbling up the stairs, open up the door. And then as soon as they get in there, Lynn's like, she takes a crack pipe. She goes into like this little bedroom, spare bedroom. Willie takes the new girl, Georgina Papin, into the other room because they about to have some coitus. You know? They're about to have sex, Jen.
We got it.
Okay. Lynn goes to sleep. Now she's passed out. She's dreaming good. I mean, you smoke some crack, you're going to have a good dream.
I love dreaming.
Yeah. You know what would make those dreams better, Jen?
Crack.
Fucking crack. Now they're in this little trailer. Think about it. On a pig farm, couple 100 acres like of nothing. Everything's pitch black besides a light like in the trailer. That's it. She's out in the boons in Canada. And it's probably cold up there. She goes to bed. She's passed out, having them good crack dreams. The dreams you can only get smoking some good crack cocaine. She hears a loud noise. Bow! And she looks out the window. She's kind of coming to, like, what the shit was that? She kind of looks in the hall, and she doesn't hear old Willie. And so she kind of looks out the window of the trailer, and there's a light on in the barn. She's like, what the fuck? So she kind of, like, bundles up a little bit, and she kind of walks out there. And she knows something's going on. I mean, she knew Willie was here. I mean, maybe something's wrong. I mean, she just wants to go check. Maybe she wants to get more crack. I don't know. As soon as she walks up to the barn door, she gets really this dreadful feeling because there was a stench permeating from the barn door. For some reason, she just kept going, and she slowly starts to push the door open because the light's on inside the barn. She's trying to see what's going on. And as soon as she pushes it open a little bit, Willie's right there, covered in blood. He pulls her in there. She falls on the ground. She looks up. There's that hooker, Georgina Papin, not just dead, but she's hanging from her feet.
And the blood's draining out of her.
The blood is draining out of her, and she is halfway skinned. Because Willie is butchering her.
Oh my God.
At first, she probably thought it was like a pig or something. Because like half the skin is
really
still off.
Fat hooker.
Hey, we can be hookers too.
She was dead. She was naked. She was hanging from a hook.
Was he about to eat her?
No, he wasn't about to eat her, but he was disposing of her.
Like a slaughterhouse, but not for pigs.
Her feet were hanging in the hooks. Blood was going down like all over her face, and her skin from the feet was starting to pull down. So she was getting full skinned.
Like those foot booties, but
yeah.
different.
Oh, the ones that take your skin off your feet?
Yeah.
I just bought those for my dad. Because he
love
has really
them.
bad cracks
They're probably
in his
made
feet.
of this hooker.
You know, probably.
Yeah.
I think they're made of salicylic acid, but all right.
I feel like you guys aren't grossed out.
No,
Or
so
gross.
There's a
out.
dead hooker
Hold
hanging
on.
with her skin.
This is
hanging out.
episode
Preface.
47.
I usually put my elbows and like whole arms into people's organs
Oh.
and stuff, so the stench of blood doesn't really smell.
Okay, so Lynn escaped. She ran. And she ran. I got it first. She can't do it. So she ran far away, Jen. Far away.
And I ran.
No, I already did it. You can't do it.
I didn't hear you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie didn't even try to run
I
after
would
her.
walk 500 miles.
by this
and
time-
I would walk 500 more. Just to
By this time, Willie is a millionaire pig farmer. This is a case that's very similar to the Green River Killer. This one part of of town that there so many prostitutes would always be this one strip, and he would always drive his truck up there. So very similar to Gary Ridgway. This guy did almost the same MO. Now let me tell you about Low Track. Low Track is Vancouver's downtown east side. Here, Rebecca, since you're the guest, can you read this?
No, I have bad reading comprehension. Take it away, Nicole.
It is a 10-block wasteland where hallucinations run rampant, mixing into this urban landscape like nightmares and dreams. Those brave enough have wandered down an alleyway or two and witnessed an area littered with garbage, used condoms, and discarded hypodermic needles. It is Vancouver's downtown east side, the need-a-hit strip where rock-bottom drug users appear almost lifeless in their skeletal in their addictions to heroin and crack cocaine.
Sounds like a magical place.
Yeah, so this is basically what you find in Low Track.
Hey, a yard sale. We're having like the whale of the sale this weekend.
Oh, yeah, Vineyard Vines. Whale of a sale with Willie. Get it, Willie?
No,
Whaley.
not that. The Charleston's having like the biggest yard sale
Oh, Whale of a sale is Vineyard Vines. I know that.
as well. Oh my God, is that guy getting a hand job in the picture?
No. Her posture is not ready for that.
Low Track is on Hastings and Main Street. I mean, I just showed you pictures of that guy getting a handy and that crack woman that looks like a zombie. But that used to not be like that. In fact, it used to be Vancooters.
Vancooters.
That is so fitting.
That's a perfect nickname.
It is.
It used to be Vancouver's wealthiest neighborhood, if you can imagine that. But in 1958, streetcars stopped going there.
Why?
Picking people up. Then the library moved away.
Why? That's where all the money happened.
1958, the library moved. All these other big offices moved. Very wealthy. In 1970, many of the psych institutions lost funding and literally shipped thousands of patients that had nowhere else to stay to this area called the Low Track. Thousands and thousands of psychiatric patients moved down to this area. This is a 10-block area. Downtown Eastern Vancouver. 1986, the Expo of Canada brought wealthy tourists by the thousands. But eventually they saw the dilapidated streets and more poor people moved down there. This 10-block block.
Wow.
This 10-block
area.
I say it, Jen.
I was helping.
Yeah, but I'm going to edit it and make like I did it myself.
I know you are. That's fine.
Guys, this 10-block area is still known to have the highest HIV rate in all of North America.
Interesting.
That makes sense. All the hypodermic needles that were out there.
Exactly. And second to that, obviously, Charleston.
No.
We do have an STD named after us now. Our STD rates are very high.
Are they?
Really?
Yeah, it
FYI. Really.
is. Wait, what's the STD?
Gotta delete the Tinder then. Tinder.
It's like, yeah, I deleted my Tinder a while ago. Anyway.
But now she's on the Bumble.
No, I can't initiate. I just know.
I don't
That's
like
not.
it
I
either,
hate it.
yeah.
It's the holy city.
The Low Track even had a, quote, kiddie stroll, 11 to 12-year-old kids that ran away from home and were forced to sell their bodies to survive. Let me talk about Robert Willie Pickton. Uncle Willie. Oh, Willie. Come on, Willie. Let me talk about old Willie. All right, so he was born October 26, 1949 in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. Jen, stop doing the pig nose, please.
But the hint is piggy.
Yeah, Jim, but please, we need to seriously make some headway with this. Born October 26, 1949 in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada, he was the middle child. His younger brother, Dave, was 2 years younger. He also had an older sister, 2 years older. Her name was Linda. Now, Linda moved away from home to live with relatives because they live on a motherfucking pig farm, and that really wasn't her thing. Willie has an IQ of 86, poor vocal skills. He failed second. Damn it. I put failed second grad. I mean, I feel like I'm talking about myself. I'm like trying to make fun of this guy. I can't even write. He's got a 5th grade education level, even though he dropped out in the 9th grade.
But he's also a millionaire.
But he excelled at pig auctions, and as we'll point out earlier, he is not clinically a psychopath because he would constantly help people, and we'll get into that. He does not take drugs or drink usually, but he as we'll see, gets his jollies off on other things. The Pickton farm was a huge farm. Huge pig farm. Slaughters, all kinds of stuff. I mean, they were making a lot of money. Everyone wanted to buy from the Picktons. The mother, Louise, was sort of a tyrant.
Louise!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's the pig call. It goes,
Yeah.
Suey!
Louise!
My grandparents owned
Yeah.
a cattle farm.
Oh, so it was John's.
Yeah.
North Carolina, one stoplight town, Brunswick County.
We had a ribbon cutting ceremony for our first stoplight.
That's really sweet.
Can you imagine going to a ribbon cutting ceremony for a stoplight?
No.
That's old Gilbert,
No.
South Carolina.
Oh, but you're South Cack, I'm North Cack.
Growing up on the farm, Willie and his younger brother Dave, they constantly skipped school. Their mother was such a tyrant. They would work on the farm day and night. They would wake up super early, farm all day, and I'm not talking about like cutting grass. They would literally butcher pigs, a young 6-7-year-old butchering pigs all day. They would go to school 2 days a week. They would work on the farm 5 days a week. Louise, the mother, did not give two shits about anything but making that money, making that bread. Bread is money, Jen. Stay with me. They worked their asses off as kids. She would let all the livestock, piggies and everything, run in and out of the house.
Oh, that's so insanitary.
They would poopy everywhere. There'd be poopy from pigs everywhere.
Oh my God,
all over.
so much salmonella.
Yeah. Everywhere. The Pickton boys, both Dave and Willie, they would never shower. The only time they took a bath is the mother filled up the bathtub and threw them both in there.
See, that's what the stench was. It wasn't the blood. It was good old Willie.
Willie smelled like shit. Both brothers, when they got on the school bus in the morning, no one would sit by them because the stench of pig shit and just them in general smelled awful.
That
They would
is
never
so
change clothes. They were literally in pig shit.
Oh my
That
God.
is so
What
sad.
year
No
is
wonder
this?
why
When
they
was-
started killing
What
people.
is this happening? What was DSS doing?
I don't think
this is
DSS
Canada.
DSS
thing.
wasn't
This
even
is
a thing
Canada.
then.
This is like the,
This is
this
Canada.
is like the 50s and
It's
60s.
also the farm. Like,
Right.
no one's gonna, like, that's normal.
It's like
Gross.
the 55, Jen.
True.
Oh my gosh,
Normal
these
on
poor
a farm.
children.
Sometimes, or a lot of times, they would skip school because, number one, they were bullied. No one liked them. You think they're going to get kisses at the water fountain when they're only 7, like I did? My first kiss?
Such a player.
You were 7?
I don't know, like 10 maybe.
Like
Is that a
tongue
waterfowl?
kiss?
No, it was like,
Oh, yeah,
that
my
doesn't
first kiss
count.
was a very quick peck.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, mine was outside the spring fling.
Willie and his younger brother Dave would skip school. They would get under the bed and wait till that 3 p.m. because they didn't want to be working on the farm all day. They'd rather sit under the bed and do nothing all day long.
Wait, so they pretended that they were going to school. but instead they hid
Exactly.
under the bed.
So they literally never went to school.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
No socialization.
Yeah, like what would you do under the bed all day?
Bad things. With his Willie.
Willie also admitted on a few occasions he would come home and instead of hiding under his bed, maybe it's cold outside and the bed is like freezing. I mean, it's a hardwood floor. So fuck that. He would hide in a cut up carcass of a hog that was hollowed out because the entrails were removed.
Wait, this is true?
Yeah, he would hide in there.
Just like in Star Wars when Han Solo was like about to die and Luke Skywalker.
yeah.
Yeah, I know my Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jen, he would get inside a hog. What does that do to you,
Oh my
Jen?
God, it's like a reverse pig in a blanket.
I bet it's all warm in there.
We
too.
can
It's
eat
like-
that at IHOP.
Their mother was a literal tyrant, as I said earlier. She would make this screeching noise, like she had a very distinctive voice. And she would say, "Pickton boys, get over here right now!" Like kind of shit. Like just, get over here right now! And the father had wanted nothing to do with it. I mean, he was there, but he had no idea who his kids were. He didn't care at all. I mean, he was married to a freaking dictator running this farm, but the farm was very successful. Let me tell you about the story that may have had some big impacts on Willie.
Other than sleeping in a pig body?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Using a
When
pig
he
as
was-
a blanket.
A pig as a blanket. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold
shit.
on. Is that the title of this episode?
Yes.
Pig as a blanket.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm here all night.
When Willie was 11, he bought a baby calf, even though his mother was.
This isn't gonna end well.
No, what?
Nicole and I already know.
Willie, when he was growing up, Willie did not want to butcher any animals. He wanted to feed and nurture the animals. He loved the animals. He would refuse to do that, but since he was the oldest son, he was forced. They put the butcher knife in his hand and they told him to slit that pig open like an old pig. He got $35 in allowance that he's been saving. He went down to the local auction. No, like forever.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow.
He went down to the local auction. He went down to the local auction and he bought a beautiful little
Knife.
black and white faced calf. Barely 3 weeks old.
Oh, little Holstein.
He can barely open his eyes. Meh, meh, the world, the universe. Willie loved that calf. He would spend all day with it. He would feed it, nurture it, probably not have sex with it, even though some of our other killers did.
Oh, some do. Yeah.
Okay, but maybe even if it was more of a love thing. Maybe? I don't know.
No.
He loved the calf. He would nurture it, grow it. He loved it. 3 weeks later, he goes down to the barn to feed his calf. He was always there. The calf wasn't there. He looks in the barn. He's like, oh, shit, he must have jumped out or something or ran away. But then he tried to pull the door. It's like, well, it's locked because our dog can Houdini out of our fence. Maybe he jumped over or something. I don't know.
The cow jumped over to the moon.
Yeah.
He went to his mom and said, Mama, where's my calf?
Do her voice.
And all she said was, go down to the piggery. The piggery is a slaughterhouse. Go down to the piggery. Come on, Mama, go down to the piggery. That's what she said.
I'm sure it was just like that.
So he runs down to the piggery.
I'm confused. That's not what she sounded like before. Did she have a nasal surgery or something?
She has a deviated septum, okay? And the pollen was really bad in March because the flowers are blooming.
Yeah.
March 20th.
He goes down to the piggery, the slaughterhouse. He opens the door, and guess what he sees? He sees his prized, loved baby calf. Baby. Just opened his eyes. Oh, the universe is so beautiful. And now he's slaughtered. He's killed Jen. He's hanging up by his feet, Jen.
So
He's
sad.
dead. Slaughtered. Like a calf or something. He's dead.
Because he is
Jen.
a calf.
Yeah, true.
So what do you think that did to his psyche? Since you're the psyche person.
I'd say he thought, love is dead. Why bother living?
It's very deep.
Kill
revenge.
everything.
Yeah. He lost his best friend, and people didn't want to be around him in school.
You make me live.
You know?
Wherever this world
Well, Willie Pickton had no friends. I mean, think about it. He couldn't get a girlfriend or anything. He had nobody. And he smelled like literal pig shit.
Right.
Because there was literally pig shit on him.
What was that fable, Romulus and Remus or whatnot, and they were raised by wolves?
I never watched Star Trek, no.
Good thing this is mythology, but good try. But, he was, raised by wolves.
Do you mean rhombus? Like the square?
No, rhombus and...
Oh, Rhombus, like the vacuum cleaner that, cleans
It's also in Harry
Roomba.
Potter. Come on.
Oh, Roomba.
Okay.
Roomba.
But, he
Regulus?
was raised
Yeah, I gotcha.
by the wolves and whatnot.
Serious.
But they thought that, they... Shit, you guys. Y'all don't know this?
This is not really a smart podcast.
No, but just saying, he feels like animals are his only friends. So then when he used a pig as a blanket for, comfort to keep him warm, to protect him, almost like a motherly figure, because his mother wasn't, a real mama.
Yeah.
She was like, Louise! But this pig is like, I'll keep you warm. Then, his cow dies, his only friend.
Yeah.
His baby,
His
really.
baby, who he could take care of, that gives him purpose in the world. Done.
Also, his mother did that to him. I mean, she knew that was his calf.
Did the mother kill it?
Yeah, the mother killed it. And for, spite. Not even spite, just to be a dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even for money?
No, not even for money.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess
because it was
she
a
just
calf.
did that to-
They were
It
like, all right,
It
this
wouldn't
is
be
my
good for
dinner.
anything.
Yeah, she just did that because she's an
awful.
awful person.
Louise is an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie was mentored by a guy named Bob Korak. He was the butcher.
Bob's Burgers.
Bob came out to say that Willie actually talked about feeding and nurturing instead of killing. He didn't want anything to do with it, but he still got the mentorship from Bob. And that's what basically he started to do is butcher. I mean, he was the butcher. That's what Willie's job was. In October 16th, 1967, Willie got his first taste of what his mother was truly like, and not just the calf incident. Dave, his younger brother, 16 years old, so Willie's 18, started to learn how to drive. He took his father's 1960 red truck, and he was just going for a joyride down the dirt road. He was headed east on Dominion Avenue, which is the road that connects to their pig farm. He was driving, and just ahead of him was a 14-year-old boy named Tim Barrett. For some reason, no one knows why, probably because he's a 16-year-old shitty-ass driver, but he slams into this 14-year-old boy. Pow! Like, wrecks the shit out of this boy. This boy's on the ground like, but he's still alive.
Does he go in reverse and run him over?
No, that's what you would do, Jen.
They kill them and they use them for roadkill and they hang them up by their toes and watch their skin fall off of their bones. Oh.
He slams into him. Tim was very badly hurt.
All the way to the other extreme.
Blah, blah, blah.
Tim was very badly hurt. Dave didn't know what to do. He rushes home and he tells Louise, his mother. Louise Pickton stopped what she was doing right there, butchering pigs or whatever. She drove over and then told Dave, take this truck, go down to the local repair shop where they do all of our other repairs, get it fixed right now. Nicole, can you please read this?
After looking over Tim, she leaned down and rolled and shoved him into the edge of a deep slough that ran alongside the road and pushed him in. Then she turned and went home. The
mother tells Dave, go get this truck fixed right now. I'm going to take care of this. Don't you worry. He's in bad shape. He's hurt. He's hurt. Baby girl, baby boy, he's hurt. But everything's going to be okay. He's not dead. It's going to be okay. You just go take care of this car. You get the dents knocked out. You get someone to wipe the blood off. You get the headlight fixed there. And then come on back. It's all good. I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure, 14-year-old Tim Barrett's good. That's what she said. She walks over at 14-year-old Tim Barrett. She looks to the left. She looks to the right. She looks to the left. She looks down at old Tim Barrett and kicks him in the water. So they're on like this dirt road that's got a ravine down to the swampy water. Mm-hmm. She kicks him off, and he literally rolls down into this river.
What the hell, man?
Like the halfway dead boy.
Yeah. Okay, so the cops come.
So that technically he died from drowning and not from the injuries sustained by the car accident?
The cops dropped the case completely.
No.
Because the death was ruled as an accidental drowning, even though his body was literally hit by a truck and that he suffered a fractured skull with subcranial hemorrhage and a fractured dislocated pelvis. Accidental drowning. Good to go. She kicked him over into the water. What the fuck?
It's probably because police like donuts and bacon. She brings in the bacon.
Yeah.
You know? You don't want to piss off the millionaire bacon lady.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, that Pickton farm was making a lot of money.
Millionaires. It's like
no, they're not millionaires yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not yet.
This is his childhood. They're not millionaires yet, but the farm was doing very good business. Now, the father and the mother died in the late 70s. 1968, the father dies. Mother dies soon after. Horrible, horrible cancer. She's done. The Pickton boys are in their early 20s at this point. They've been living on this farm. They don't have any peer association with anyone. They barely went to school. They know nothing else but cow pooping all over themselves, pooping in the house. What are they going to do? This was a turning point for both Willie and his brother. He actually decided to leave the farm for good. Okay, he went and he traveled around the United States. Willie, at one point, traveled all around the United States.
Did he get a visa?
Oh, I guess.
A
Wait,
visa.
if you're in Canada to go to the United States, you need a visa?
Maybe not back then.
Maybe not back then, Jim.
Oh, you need a green card at least.
Probably not back then, though.
Now, he could have left the farm for good, but he did decide to stay. But he did travel around the United States a little bit, and he actually met someone for the first time in his life, a beautiful girl, and he didn't have to pay for sex at all. She just wanted to give it to him. And you saw Willie there. His pushover hair.
Yeah.
She just wanted all of that.
Come over.
Her name was Connie Anderson, and in the mid 1970s, she was from Michigan. That's where they met.
Go blue.
He was such in love. Oh my God, I love you. And I can't wait till you come back to my smelly ass pig farm and live with me. What? I don't think this is working out. That's what she said.
Aww.
Because he
That is
wanted
so
her to go back to
sad.
this pig farm and she didn't want to.
That is why on the first date, you have to just lay down all
Yes,
the
and you gotta just-
expectations.
yeah.
Be like, you want babies? No, sorry.
You gotta
Yeah,
put
agreed.
one right into
You
her.
got to be upfront and honest, even
Yeah.
if it freaks them out.
You got to put a baby right in her right there.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
If you ever meet a famous celebrity, put
Babe,
that baby
Put
in.
a ring on it.
You get a book deal. He decided to move back to the farm. The farm was still making good money, and he didn't want to do this anymore. But he knew eventually maybe the land could be sold. And I don't know at an IQ of 86 if he thought this through, but he was right on point because that land was worth a lot of money. I tell you that. Let me tell you about the pig farmer millionaire. Who wants to be a pig farmer millionaire?
Me, Regis.
Willie and his brother Dave and sister Linda decided to parcel parts of the land. They had a lot of land out in pig farming. In one case, 1994, $1,760,000 was paid to the family after the mama and papa done died to develop townhomes still standing today known as the Parkside Place. And it's really funny if you see and I'll show you later, the actual apartments back right up to this pig farm, which was also a murder farm.
Yes.
It's like,
That's a nice little statement that will
Yeah.
go in the brochures.
That's right.
Canadian horror story.
Backs up to the
pig farm.
piglet farm,
Yeah.
which is well known for.
Murder.
And on your right, you see the barn where many prostitutes hung with their feet onto the hooks. And if you look closely, you actually see the buzzsaw
It
that was used.
gleams very nicely against these brand new granite countertop.
in July 1995, so this is back to back. Money everywhere, just like podcasting. Woo! We're getting rich. 1995 in July, Port Coquitlam paid the Picktons $1.2 million for a site that became the Blackburn Park. In March, the Picktons sold a chunk of the land for $769,000
Damn.
to a tract of subdivision townhomes. Now, this is all around their property, the pig farm. They sold that thing. There was a total value of sales as close to $7 million. That's about how much we make on this podcast. They were rich. I'm rich, bitch. They were fucking rich. Now you got a guy that has never showered in his life, that's been slaughtering pigs, that lives in pig shit still, is a millionaire. What could go wrong with this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing
Yeah.
could go
I'll
wrong.
say, nothing.
His parents passed away, and Willie began, because he can't just go up, he can't be on Tinder and be like, oh yeah, I like your smile. You listen to Coldplay? Yeah.
But that one, Coldplay's fabulous. Two, that picture he put up, it looked like he was trying to do online dating. He had a nice
did,
shirt.
yeah.
He was just kind of like, hey, gotta do the side
Yeah.
profile because the front
And
face
come
is like
over.
scary.
yeah.
That's what you do. If your front face is scary, you just
Yeah.
kind of look to the side a little bit.
Well, see, down here in South Carolina, you really don't even need a good picture. You just need a profile that says 4 words. I have all my teeth.
It's true.
That's 5 words.
I I had to like count it out. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, no, I have most of my teeth.
That's
Still 5.
God damn it.
I have teeth.
After the parents passed away, Willie and Dave, they were like kids let off the leash. They were just doing things their own way. Willie moves into a trailer on the farm, and then Dave moves about a mile away, still on the property, but like on another trailer. Now, there was this girl named Wendy Lynn, and she was a prostitute, just like all of them. Wendy Lynn, at the time, didn't know that he was a, quote, bad date, which means in prostitute language, if you guys have ever turned a trick before, it means that the John can be violent. She got into his truck. They smoked crack cocaine all the way home. Why not? Now.
I don't know. Maybe because it's not safe to smoke and drive.
I don't think that's what they're worried about, Jen.
She gets back to the Pickton farm, and, quote from the book, the interior of the trailer was filthy. It appeared nearly uninhabitable, with clothing, much of it women's, scattered about, and occasional women's accessories lying here and there amid trash that looked like it had been there for a long time. There were large, dark stains embedded into a badly soiled carpet at various locations, but Pickton didn't seem all that concerned about showing his guests how filthily he lived. So even though he's a fucking millionaire, he lives in a trailer and he still doesn't change his clothes and he's still walking around with pig shit all over him.
Because he wants a mother.
They reached the bedroom. Now, she was promised crack and heroin and everything else. They started having kinky-ass sex right there in the trailer. And she didn't mind because she's a hooker, but she gets it all kinds of up the hoo-ha. He tries to put a handcuff on her. She freaks out. She's like, you ain't tying me up, motherfucker. And then he gets real pissed, and he pulls out a brown-handled knife, and he stabs her. He stabs his hooker. She starts screaming. She's butt naked. They just had kinky sex. She actually grabbed a knife from Willie and stabbed him back.
Oh.
Yes.
So now there's like blood shooting everywhere.
Yes, queen.
Yeah, I love this girl. I'm telling you, she freaking butt ass naked. She stabs him. She books it out the trailer. She runs down the road, butt naked, bleeding, and just like every other murder story we cover, an old couple driving down the road at 2 in the morning. It's always an elderly couple.
It was my grandparents.
Yeah.
It's always
Having dinner at Hardee's.
Yeah, have like their french fries in the car.
They split a hot fudge sundae every day. They're so cute.
Oh my gosh, goals.
Wendy managed to show strength and broke free from Pickton's grip, mustering enough energy to turn the tables on her attacker. After a violent struggle, she wrestled the knife away from Pickton and stabbed him with it. Satisfied that she had brought some time for herself, Wendy, naked, staggered out of the Pickton trailer and made her way toward Dominion Avenue. It was 1:45 a.m., and of course an elderly couple was there because they're always there in these stories. Even in the Bundy story, if there's someone that escapes a serial killer, there's an elderly couple driving, and they'll pick you up. Pickton was charged with attempted murder, but Wendy did not show up to testify because
she was a prostitute.
Now Willie is a millionaire, and he actually hired a private investigator to look all into her background. And by looking into her background, I mean threatening her because he's a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
So she was scared as shit. She didn't testify. Charges dropped.
He would drain her for all the little that she's worth.
Charges were dropped. He goes back to tending his farm. Quote, all the girls used to go after him because they knew that he would give them money. They would run after him outside. It was sad, but they were very short of money down there. Yeah, so
That's
they knew old Willie. Uncle Willie, that's his truck pulling up. Oh, Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie, give me some money, Uncle Willie. I need some crack. Autumn 1997, a girl named Marnie Frey had disappeared. She was also a crack addict. She was a prostitute. Now, during this time, you got to keep in mind, 1997, there's been over 30 in a 10-block in a 10-block area. There's been over 30 women disappeared. And what did the police say? You know, these prostitutes, they just move on to different cities. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Remember, the Green River Killer case was going on now. But what was different about that? What was different about that? Because prostitutes missing everywhere else.
Yeah,
They
except
found the body.
and the bodies were in the green
Except
acrylic.
they found the bodies. Now you have a case where all of these women are going missing, and the bodies
Oh, no.
aren't
Is he putting them in the pork
showing
sausage?
up. The bodies ain't showing
Hey, are they is he putting them in the pork
No,
sausage?
they probably,
You
and
know-
use them as compost.
You don't know how the sausage is
Okay.
made.
Autumn 1997, a girl named Marnie Frey disappeared. Her stepmother, Lynn, and her sister hit the low track beat with a photograph of Frey, asking all the local girls if they've seen her. So right now, you have about 30 girls in a 10-block area have vanished. Now, what are the cops saying about this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They're
Because
prostitutes.
they're prostitutes. Yeah.
You know, they may have gone in, they may have skipped town or whatever. Yeah. But the thing is, unlike the Green River Killer, there were nobody.
Right, so there's no scare factor.
They knew.
It just looks like they're
The girls
gone.
knew. The girls knew. The girls didn't know who, but they knew. Now, can you read this, Nicole?
My sister and I were walking the beat, showing pictures of my daughters to prostitutes. It was 4 or 5 women we were talking to. They were on the corner in a little group, and they all knew about the pig farm. They said you could go there anytime and party. Lots of noise, lots of alcohol. They said you just had a call, and a woman would come and pick you up.
We like to party. We like to party. We like to party.
So what woman is she talking about? Like a woman will come pick you up? At this time...
It's like Lynn or whoever her name was.
Well, at this time, the Pickton brothers, now rich, not intelligent, but rich, decided to open the Piggy Palace, which was a... The Piggy Palace was a non-profit organization. Okay? Now, the sound system at the Piggy Palace... located on the Pickton farm, was the top sound system over all the Vancouver nightclubs put together. The full kitchen at the Piggy Palace could serve up to 500 guests.
Yeah, of all the dead bodies,
They
and
would
the
have
prostitutes.
wild parties, aka sex orgies, and some nights as many as
Ew.
1,800 people would show up.
Oh my
including
God.
their kids.
Wait,
It's like as big as my college was.
There were
This is
kids
true?
running around. It was like the parents and their kids, and then hookers everywhere. It was like a hooker
It's like
fest.
it's like that movie, Eyes Wide
Yeah. Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise.
Also, Dave was huge into the Hells Angels, so all the gangs were there. So I'm picturing the Piggy Palace. Okay, have you guys seen
The Playboy
have you guys seen
Mansion
The
of
Great Gatsby?
Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the Great Gatsby redneck version.
Yeah.
Like
Basically.
PBRs
No.
and trucker hats.
Playboy Mansion, but
Yeah.
redneck version.
I mean,
it ain't even that
like
classy.
hookers everywhere, drugs everywhere.
leather because of
Yeah.
Hell's Angels and the biker gang.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
It was 1,800 people, a kitchen that can serve 500, Jen, and a sound system that's better than any nightclub in Vancouver.
All I want to do is go to a Great Gatsby-esque party. That's all I want.
We should throw one.
That'd be cool.
But, I'm wondering, though, what kind of music do they play in the sound system? Like, is it Cotton Eye Joe?
Maybe.
Because
would- Ding, 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 ding,
truly- Oh, that's Deliverance.
Yes.
Don't act like you ain't grown up in the South.
I
You
grew
more
up
Southern-
actually
Yeah,
down the hallway.
Yeah, you grew up right down on the hallway. Now you country's all of us in here.
Yeah, in Mount Plastic.
Now you try to pretend like you all northern and smart, but I'm telling you right now, I can see through it. Now, the Piggy Palace, wild sex orgies, 1,800 people, the Hells Angels were there. Police were getting so much backlash from the public. Marnie Frey disappeared. The mother was so worried. She went to look for this guy. They actually drove out to the farm one late evening. They found it very unnerving. Quote, "We just drove down this dark road and stared at the house. It was pitch black. The dogs started barking, and we thought, what are we doing here? This is crazy." Now, they had a 600-pound wild boar guarding the Pickton farm. I want to tell you that. They also had a sign that said no trespassing, dog with AIDS. They literally had that sign that said that, a dog with AIDS. I'm not making that up. They had that.
They probably are referring to the hookers with AIDS and HIV.
Yeah. Where are the bodies? There's so many people missing. Police, where are the bodies? Police were baffled because unlike the Green River Killer case, there were no bodies. Prostitutes die of drug overdoses or they can move out of town. The investigators of this case actually took a field trip down to Seattle and Spokane, Washington to learn from the detectives doing the Green River Killer case at the time. They took a fucking field trip.
Waste of tax dollars.
To learn what to do. But the only problem is there was no bodies in this case.
Because he fed them to the people at the Piggy Palace.
Okay, Willie was known to pick up prostitutes on his way home from the local meat rendering plant. Now, this is a quote from one of the...
Fake meat?
Can you read this, Nicole, that arrow?
Meat rendering plant employee. He was such a dirty guy. He was just as gross looking, actually. I felt sorry for him. Here he is, rolling these old barrels off the back of the truck, and he has got his bare hands. I mean, we work in the rendering industry, and it's it's dead animals. It's not a pretty thing to be working with your bare hands.
Now, this meat rendering plant takes all the shit that you can't make sausages with at Jimmy Dean's. Like, I literally would get fired. We would go to prison if we tried to use this. And guess what they make it? They make that pretty little lipstick you girls are wearing right now. That's pig entrails and booty holes on your lips, Jen.
I don't wear lipstick.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying.
Disclaimer, all of my makeup is vegan.
The meat rendering plant turned the non-useful discards of pigs and hogs into lipstick and face lotion and even activated charcoal spa mask.
Oh my god, those cheapo masks that we probably did for that.
No, the discarded buckets that he took to the plant. The discarded buckets that he took to that plant. So he would drop. So here's his routine. Here's Willie's routine. He would drop some buckets off at this meat rendering plant, and then immediately, with all the meat shit on his hands because he never wore gloves or even changed his clothes or took a shower, he would immediately go pick up prostitutes right after that. So it was like, I'm going to make this trip. Boom, boom. I got a good schedule. Meat rendering plant, hooker. Back home. Bada bow. Smart man. Efficiency, Jen. The discarded buckets. The buckets, Jen. The buckets that he took to the plant were the reason that the police found no bodies. Jen, they found no bodies because the buckets were taken to the meat rendering plant.
So, okay, I will say, as like a segue, I have really sensitive skin, and I'm allergic to like formaldehyde and cobalt and carbon mix. Cobalt and carbon mix, whatever, like literally the color blue. But formaldehyde, you know, like it's a preservative.
So what do you
in
do?
A lot of makeup.
Oh my gosh.
And it's in a lot of lotions and creams and wrinkle resistant fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
Formaldehyde's in there.
No.
Because it's a preservative, especially in
gosh.
makeup.
So
it
what
keeps
did
it
you do?
fresh. So
what did you do when you like had to dissect pigs and stuff for
Well, I just
school?
found out about this allergy like 2 years ago.
Oh.
But a little plug. Tarte Cosmetics is the best. It is free of all of that stuff, so that's what I use, and my skin is happy.
These are the buckets that he would bring to the meat disposal company, and you see they're kind of greenish color. This is why the cops never found any bodies.
How we do it.
We're up to 60 women missing on Low Track. All these prostitutes are getting fucking scared. They don't want to go with anyone. And that sucks.
Yeah, because they
how you
can't make
supposed
any
to,
money.
A big dick.
Prostitutes, the hookers were getting so scared to go with anyone. That's why Willie got his own secretary. Her name was Dina Taylor. Now, Dina Taylor would go into all the halfway homes and all the crack-addicted homes for women, and he would be like, hey, you want to go party with Uncle Willie? He's got booze. He's got drugs. He's got money. He's a millionaire. You know, got party with Uncle Willie. Her name was Dina Taylor.
I have a question.
She would lure the victims back to Willie's farm gin.
Did he refer to himself as Uncle Willie? Because that's
a negative
disturbing in
ghostwriter.
itself.
Dina Taylor would lure the victims in. Let's go party with Uncle Willie. He's got drugs. He's got alcohol. He's got money. And you know you want that.
He's got formaldehyde.
He's got class.
And he's probably got chlamydia. But let's not just worry about that. Now, police are swamped. Everyone's outraged because they ain't doing shit. But then again, there ain't no bodies. They actually get assistance from the Mounties, Jen. The Mounties. You love the Mounties. Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Dudley Do-Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle?
No,
Yeah.
Dudley Do-Right. Moose and Squirrel are not part of this.
Since 1997, over 60 women have been missing on this strip of a 10-mile strip. 60. All crack-addicted hookers. November 23rd, 2000, Now, 2000 is right after Y2K. You guys remember that Y2K?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I remember driving. I was at my aunt's house on New Year's Eve, and I remember driving home thinking like that the world was going to end. It was a really somber night, but you know we're here now in 2019, so I guess it wasn't that bad.
How did they ever think the world was going to end? That's the dumbest
It was
thing.
really like they didn't know what the computer clocks were going to do.
That's
like,
so stupid.
is it going to
That's all it was
recognize?
gonna- yeah,
Like, what, they think it's going to fucking shoot nukes everywhere? Like,
I have no idea.
shit.
I just remember like Y2K was like this evil thing, and I was like scared. I was
Yeah.
like 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old.
November 23rd, 2000, the RCMP suggested that the Mounties should get involved. They named the Project Even-Handed. I don't know what. By this time, the number of missing women was 60, but maybe more. That was just on the police list. Bill Hiscox, 37 years old, in 1998, he worked for Dave, the younger brother's company called P&B Salvage. Now, they had multiple companies in the pig farm. They had salvage unit. They had a mechanic shop. They did everything. Now, he would have to go to the farm to pick up paychecks. He told the police in 1998 that the farm was, quote, creepy looking. He also told about the 600-pound wild boar that they used to guard the property. Quote, I've never seen a pig like that, which would chase you and bite at you. He also told the police there was numerous women's persons and clothing found inside with ID cards.
Oh man, you gotta fucking burn that shit if you're gonna get away with it.
Man. Trophies.
February 1st, 2002. This is the turning of the case. Everyone's saying it's these Pickton, they're killing these people, they're killing these hookers, they slucking them.
That sounds violent.
Oh, that's how John likes it.
Yeah. February 1st, 2002, a truck driver who worked for the farm, his name was Dwayne Scoot Chubb. He was
Chub.
Wait,
Does he have a chub?
Chub? He had a half chub.
He was, quote, 30-something and a heroin addict. He didn't even know his own age. He claimed to the police that he saw illegal firearms at the residence. That was enough because they've been building a case on old Willie Pickton because there's 60 prostitutes missing. And there's no bodies. February 5th, 2002. The police finally built a case, got a search warrant, and they searched for illegal weapons. Thanks to that truck driver that came forward and said he saw illegal weapons. The illegal weapon search changed to a full-on murder search when a cop came across an inhaler that had a victim's name on it.
Oh.
Now they got a new search warrant for
that
everything.
poor asthmatic.
Yeah.
I can commiserate. I used to have an inhaler for when I had basketball, and it was like a nebulizer, so it was like an inhaler.
Exercise-induced asthma.
I did have that. Yeah, I had Fremulon. I used to have like the inhaler that had like the tube, and I would have to puff and then breathe in from the tube. It was like complicated.
That is complicated. I just have like a little.
Yeah, I had that albuterol.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in college, when I was in the athletic training program at Quinnipiac, they taught us how to use an inhaler, and I realized that I was using it wrong my entire life.
I was so nervous the first time I had to use an inhaler that I literally YouTubed a video and was like, okay, because I didn't want to do it wrong.
And it didn't help me.
The evidence they found. Jen, read the first one.
Ooh, I got that.
They
You
found
want to
it in
read it? Go ahead.
A dildo attached to the barrel of a .22 caliber revolver matched DNA profile of Mona Wilson.
Wait, there is a dildo attached to a revolver?
I'm not done.
Okay.
Robert Pinkter, a possible minor contributor to mixed DNA.
Yeah, so they found a dildo attached to a .22 caliber.
Where?
in his laundry room.
No,
Jen,
but I
where
mean,
else would you put
In the
that?
laundry room in the trailer.
No, I mean, like, where was the dildo attached to? Was it attached to the handle or the barrel?
No, a dildo attached to the barrel.
I think it was taped to the barrel.
So he had
You guys,
his finger on the
legit,
trigger.
guys, it says dildo attached to the barrel.
I think he was.
I'm like, hello.
I think he was.
Actually,
dildo
just
and 22 caliber.
Yeah,
Okay,
so he's
yeah.
like jacking these girls off
Yes.
with a gun. I wonder if he ever shot them.
There
through the
was
vagina.
one bullet that was ejected. Yes. There was one bullet.
my God.
There was 5 bullets in the chamber, 1 ejected. There was
Infertile.
also a lot of blood in Robert Pickton's trailer.
Oh
In
my
fact-
gosh.
In fact, the blood all over the trailer as if, quote, if someone was badly bleeding and being dragged out of the motorhome.
My goodness. I hope that he washed that dildo after each use.
So
No,
he probably shot that one right
doubt
into
it.
He probably shot that one right up her coochie moochie.
Probably.
Right
And now listen to this. Wait, the minor male contributor DNA on a pillow slip linked to Andrea Joesbury and a minor male contributor. Would that be his brother?
Probably.
There was wild
I would
orgies there.
guess.
1,800 people all having sex.
Oh my God, in a ski bag?
Now, there was also a mattress that was so heavily stained with blood. Actually, the mattress, it wasn't just a mattress in the house. It was the mattress he sleeps on, was
Ew.
so heavily stained with blood. And when they flipped it over, there was a bloody handprint on it.
Yes.
He was sleeping on this shit.
And there's night vision goggles.
We talk about bad juju all the time, but, like, that's, like...
Really bad juju?
Yeah.
The asthma inhaler found was of Serene Abbott's Way. During the time, they were only searching for guns, but they found this inhaler.
Serena.
They decided to get a new search warrant to search this whole thing. February 22nd, 2002, Pickton was charged with 2 murders. Now, I want to say, during this search, it was a 22-month search of the farm. When the police showed up, they weren't wearing gas masks. Many of them got violently ill because of the pig carcasses
Ew.
strewn around, the pig guts, the human guts strewn around the farm everywhere. They got violently ill. They had to do a 22-month search, grid by grid, which means every meter of this big-ass property was in a grid. They searched it like an archaeologist would search it, and they had to wear gas masks for 22 months. April 2002, he was charged with 5 more victims. This is a circular saw that they actually found human skulls, and he would actually cut them in half with the circular saw.
Nicole's really
Wait,
good with a
he
circular
wouldn't-
scar. Saw.
He would use a chainsaw to cut through.
No, circle saw.
Circular saw. They found 2 buckets in the freezer. Each bucket had separate head, hands, and feet that were in the bucket. This is what they got to thinking. Maybe it was being prepped for this.
Cross-contamination could mean that human remains did get into or contaminate some of the pork meat that was produced.
Now think about it. The victims.
Let's go get some sausage,
The victims-
guys.
I really you don't like to eat pork.
Go to the Mickey D's.
Jen, the victims around the area were relatives of the prostitutes that were killed.
So they were all cannibals.
Exactly. This article came out that said the health risk from eating human remains from this case, as many as 40 people. That was March 11th. Up to 40 people had eaten human remains. That's a lot, right?
That's a lot.
Not really. That was March. October 29th. Yeah, we may have underestimated. The number is actually 2,500 residents have eaten human prostitutes. Now, the thing with it is not... Jen. Here's the thing. Okay, yeah, it sucks that 2,500 people ate prostitutes. But do you remember? You remember when we
That
started?
should be the title.
Jen, do you remember
forgot.
when we started this episode and I said that this 10-block area has the most HIV rate in North America?
No.
These people were eating
So they all got infected with HIV.
AIDS patients.
This picture might be better.
What?
I love how just like this picture might be better.
How would you imagine eating a fucking pork sandwich, Jen? and then you find out it's a human, and then it comes out that the human had AIDS, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Wait,
should I just kill myself
do they have
right
AIDS now?
now? No,
Yeah.
there's a huge article that came out because this was a big thing. They said that it's a low likelihood that you can contract AIDS.
I would say that's a high likelihood.
Wait, it's kind of like the Tuskegee Project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jen, 2,500 people in a 10-block radius. The highest HIV rate in North America. Probably in the world, I'd imagine. This was a very slummy place. And now you have over half of the prostitutes that were working there are now distributed into not only the meat that these locals are eating, 2,500 people, but also the lipstick that you're putting on your lips every day, because it was distributed out from this meat rendering place all over the world.
Into your mucus.
So now
membranes.
every time you put on makeup, Jen, you think about them dead prostitutes that you're smearing all over your face. I just want to say
with
that.
the HIV.
Unless you buy Tarte Cosmetics.
You're not saying anything.
You've shut Jen up.
Was about damn time.
Congratulations.
The investigation lasted 22 months. By the end of 2005, he was charged with 27 murders.
Wow.
Boom, we got him. Go Canada, right? Wait.
No, 27.
Wait.
Too low.
Whoa.
Also, yeah, there were 60 missing, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so the interrogation, I'll show you the video. 11-hour interrogation. He's just like his mama, like pushing that kid into the lake.
I got it from my mama.
He says, I don't know what y'all talking about. He didn't say anything in the interrogation. 11 hours. The police decided to try a new tactic. You know what we're going to do? He's in a cell right now. Let's put an inmate in there, which was really an undercover officer. And let's see if he'll brag about it. And he did.
And he did.
But on
I
something
know.
like this, it's fucking worth it.
he's
I could make
baiting him.
things disappear.
I was going to do
Look,
one
look.
more. Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to read
This
it.
is the thing that put him under.
That's why I was sloppy.
Pickton says, I was going to do more.
I was
make
going to
it
do one more.
and even 50. So in his mind, he killed 49. I think he killed more, but in his mind, he killed 49. And I can see that. I mean, you're at 49. Shit.
Might as well make it 50.
Like that. You might as well, for real. By the end of 2005, he was charged with 27 murders. Now, he pleaded not guilty. 11-hour interrogation. He did not confess, but he finally confessed to his jailmate. 27 murders. What did the jury find him? Jen, guilty or innocent?
Well, it's Canada, so I have to say innocent.
I was going to say innocent by the way you said it.
Guilty by way of insanity.
I guess I did fuck it up. He was found innocent of all 27 murders.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, Canada.
Are you serious?
First-degree murders. He was found guilty of 6 second-degree murders.
Only 6?
And he was charged. His sentence was 25 years in prison. So he'll be out in about 5 years with
Don't eat sausage, people.
no chance of parole. 25 years in prison. Mm-hmm. So he'll be out in a couple years, and maybe he'll hit that even 50.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's fucking Canada. What?
Canada.
Yeah.
You have okay, Canada, like cue the background music.
Yeah.
Canada, we need to have a serious talk right now about how you prosecute your fucking murderers. Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
He just made them into lipstick, you know? He didn't, like, physically.
He was helping the
49 murders, and he is walking free in 5 years? What the fuck? Oh my god, Canada! Annie, why did you have us do this story?
Canada.
So what happened to his brother?
I mean, his brother never got arrested.
He's in the
Because
lipstick as well.
he never killed anybody?
I mean, I'm sure he did, but he never got arrested. You gotta think, guys. This is
Canada.
You gotta stay fresh.
He was killing straight prostitutes that were heroin addicts. The cops really don't give a shit at all.
Maybe he felt like a vigilante as well. Wait, so can we just recognize the fact that when I said slaughterhouse, I was right?
Rebecca was right.
All right, so that's my story on Robert
Wow.
William, or
Annie.
Willie Pickton from our Taco Supremo Annie R. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you enjoyed me telling it. If you would like to have your own hometown story told by me, go to talkmurder.com/join. Get into our forum, get a t-shirt, a Taco Supremo 2019 t-shirt, get some cool swag stickers, and get a lot of shout-outs and love from all of us here at talkmurder.com. Rebecca, sign us off.
Thank you for listening to Talk Murder to me with all my friends. Bye. That's funny. John shits himself.
That is
Yeah,
so gross.
you guys.
Yeast is like bread growing in you. That's disgusting.
No,
Bread
yeast
is
is
like-
a fungus growing in you.
That's ridiculous.
Well, that's what bread is. Bread is made out of yeast.
You have bread growing.
ridiculous.
It is bread. Yeast is
You
bread.
like bake your own loaf? What's this bread?
Oh, it might be pumpernickel today. It's
That's so
sourdough.
You belong here.
I don't have any babies. I'm going to push out my fallopian tubes. What, Jen? You want me to be someone who I'm not because we have a guest? You want this to go a different way and me just be mature?
Can we just say, why don't I have a name? I'm just a gray person to you. Okay.
No, you're Audio 5.
I was like, ooh, what are those? That's intriguing. And I'm like, oh, wait, where's my name? Oh, that's why. So I'm
Sorry.
Audio 5.
Special guest.
I mean, it would take me another 30 seconds to make you an icon. I'm sorry. Look at this photograph.
Stop it!
Daughtery.
Oh
What?
my
Oh,
god.
that's Nickelback.
Yeah, I love Nickelback. It takes us a while to get started.
I can tell.
Sorry.
But it doesn't
sometimes-
matter because post-editing...
I don't care. You know why? Because I'm off tomorrow. And I'm going to this stretch class.
You know what that means? That means IHOP tonight.
Wait, hold on. I'm not.
IHOP. Okay.
Anyway, Vancouver.
What am I not allowed?
North-
Am I not allowed to have a best friend
Oh, we're besties.
outside of you guys?
No, you're not, Jen. You're absolutely fucking not. Are you kidding me?
I was in spirit. I was just really drunk.
What the shit? Y'all, you just
I'm in a
don't
glass
get it
case
out.
of emotion. That's what I thought of when she said I'm laughing.
Y'all just go get
You're
it.
not going to be allowed to come back because you're making a bad influence on me.
Oh my gosh.
Jen,
I'm saying that's what they're going to say. Nicole's frustrated. John's frustrated. And
Nicole is frustrated.
maybe I should have not put you guys together.
No, I don't want the real. I want the little speaker. Not the
I feel like
okay,
a teacher.
ready? Can
We're going to have to separate you two.
All right.
You're about to
Anyway.
piss me off.
And they're driving down.
They're fucking cocaine? How
No,
does
they're
one fuck
smoking crack
cocaine?
cocaine.
Oxford, comma.
Jennifer, they're smoking crack. Jen, I ain't got time for this.
You
We're
call
on-
me Jennifer.
We're on bullet number 3,
That's
Jen.
the mortal sin.
Jen,
Bullet
calm
number 3.
down.
We got 28 bullets. Come on. Or no, it wasn't like that. It was like boom. Or no, it wasn't an explosion. It was like a boob. Or
Boob? I didn't know boob. I didn't know that boobs.
Yeah.
Boobs made sound effects.
So she hears a loud thrap. Or she listens.
Zap, pow, boom, bang.
She hears a loud. All right, I'm just gonna clap. I gotta do something.
Shazam.
She hears a loud sound. Clap. Or why did I say clap?
Clap.
This is gonna be absolutely hell to edit.
Yeah.
Because if you guys let the MAN tell the damn story, then you'll find out.
Okay.
And the man talks like this.
You know, Gary Ridgway, he was frequenting. He was freaking. He was frequenting. He would often visit. Then all the big offices, Jen. It ain't at the Tabes, Jen. It's on the Fliz. Who wants IHOP? Don't act like you don't know what this is, Jen. We got the parental advisory the first fucking episode. You could have easily said, hold on now. They slapped it on us like a...
Babe.
All right.
My friends are going to be so proud of me. Anyway.
This is why my mom stopped listening to like fucking
Bullet
forever.
number. I know my family's very straight laced Southern Baptist, fire and brimstone.
Yeah, mine is too. Yeah.
Love me. Yes, we're going, John. Did you hear that? That means we're going because Nicole said can't wait.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're going. Only if it was just John, we wouldn't be going.
Yeah, they'd be like, "No, John, you can eat slop like the dogs, 'cause you're
Like the
rough.
pig.
Nothing. You just sit there and edit the podcast, or you better make us famous, John."
shake.
Good thing you don't pee out of your vagines.
Jen. Oh my God, that's a lot of whiskey.
Let me see.
Yes.
I need quiz.
You sound like Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison.
Silence. I demand silence. February 5th, 2002. Shit.
We're gonna have like 5 minutes of solid content. The other 75 minutes are gonna be bloopers.
The people are going to be like, never let Rebecca come on this show ever again.
Everybody say blah. Blah.
Blah,
Blah.
But
Oh, look, I'm on there.
No, say it different times. Blah.
blah.
Blah.